of the Los Angeles Clippers, joining us on the program now. Steve Ballmer. Steve, congratulations on the purchase. How are you today?
I'm great, thanks, Mike. How are you?
I'm good. How much of your voice is shot from the rally yesterday?
I was just noticing that myself. I'm a little gravelly.
What was your plan going in to the rally? Did it unfold the way that you envisioned?
Well, yeah, I'd worked on some notes on what I wanted to say, and I actually had picked the song I wanted to walk into because the music helps get me a little pumped up, and I do get a little nervous. But I still didn't know what a fan rally was, and I said this yesterday. I asked Doc Rivers, what's a fan rally like? And he said, well, I've never been to one either. I've been to parades when we won, but I've never been to a fan rally. So we kind of winged it a little bit. I had some notes. We went with the emotion, and it was a lot of fun. The Clipper Nation, the MVPs there were just so pumped up. It was easy to feed off their energy.
And you have a ton of energy and a ton of passion. YouTube has plenty of moments of Steve Ballmer just showing that kind of passion, and it can be very infectious. Have you always been that way, or did you develop that style at some point?
Yeah, at some point. I was a very shy kid. I was a very shy kid, actually. But kind of when you build over time, over years, really, confidence in what you're doing, I guess that happens. I've always been a little energetic, some might say. I don't know what the popular word these days. I'm almost a little ADD, but I'm full energy.
Now, going forward, now that you own your team, what do you envision your role to be?
Well, number one is to make sure we have great folks in place, and I couldn't be more fortunate to have Doc Rivers running basketball operations and his coach. There's a lot of other work that needs to be done filling in roles because a great team, a great fan experience obviously starts with the team and the coach, but there's just a lot more that needs to really happen, and there's work to do just given the crazy situation that got us here. The second is to really work on the culture of the place, to make sure people are focused in on what I call this hardcore desire to be better, to be excellent, to improve, to grind it out for the long term. And number three is to really develop a point of view on kind of how we continue to extend and build the Clipper brand, the Clipper franchise, and to really understand Doc's point of view on how to continue to drive the basketball team to higher heights.
We're talking to Steve Ballmer, new owner of the LA Clippers. Do you intend to be a big part of that building of the brand, almost like Mark Cuban is with the Dallas Mavericks, where you become the most identifiable face and name and voice in the organization?
To that, I guess I'll say no. I know the most. I'm not confused about who the most identifiable faces and names. You know, it's Doc Rivers, it's DeAndre Jordan, it's Chris Paul, it's Blake Griffin. It's the guys who the fans come to see. They come to see them do their jobs. They come to see them, really excel. And at least in my case, I'm sure that'll be there. I'm not going to be a shrinking violet. But at the end of the day, it's all about the basketball.
Where will you be sitting during the games?
We're going to work on that today. Someplace down on the court. I don't know where yet, but we're working on that.
Do you have to actually buy your ticket if you're going to sit out in the bowl?
I actually don't know that either. I just I want to make sure we're respectful to the fans who are in place, who have supported the Clippers. And it was funny, my dinner on Sunday night with Doc and some of the folks who were in town, some of the players, I told them where I thought I'd like to sit, and they said, oh, no, you get a better view from someplace else. So I'm going to think about that and kind of get it nailed down this morning.
What's the most expensive thing you've ever bought other than a basketball team?
Well, remember, I think about a basketball team like buying investments. I bought index funds. Now, I know that's not what you mean, but really, if you go to like a personal thing, it must be the beach house we have probably, and I guarantee you it is many orders of magnitude less expensive than a basketball team.
Is this an investment for you, or is it a personal thing, or both?
I have a passion for basketball. That's why I made this investment. I want to run not just an excellent team, but an excellent experience and an excellent business. If we run an excellent business, we'll be more excellent as a team. Everything will kind of fit together well. I believe this will be a perfectly decent investment. If you were trying to, strike it rich, you might buy something else. I think most people think I paid certainly a premium price, but I don't think it's going to be a bad investment. Certainly, it's got more earnings, and it's a lot cheaper than a lot of tech stocks you find these days.
And for that price, multiple reports, $2 billion. A lot of people look at that and say, boy, for that money, you could have had an NFL franchise, which there's been a perception that's a more desirable property than other teams. Did you consider the NFL at all?
I did. But basketball, I was a football manager and a basketball statistician in college. But, first love for some reason I would say right now is basketball. Football's close behind, but this is the opportunity that really fired me up and got me going, and I'm delighted with it.
Wrapping up with Steve Ballmer, new owner of the LA Clippers. How important is it for the Clippers to be better than the Lakers?
Doc and I think it's first and foremost more important for the Clippers to be better than the Clippers were last year. And then we look at beyond that, we're going to look at all 29 other teams, and we want to be the best that we can be. If we do that with the foundation that we have, with the great talent, with the great coach and leader in Doc Rivers, we're going to have amazing success, and that's what we want to put ourselves in a position to do.
Well, we wish you all the best as you embark on this new challenge, and we'll talk to you again down the road.
I appreciate it very much, Mike.
All right.
Take care.
There he is, Steve Ballmer, new owner of the LA Clippers, and whether he tries or not, guys, he's going to be the Mark Cuban of that team.